There's a fly on my holster. Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in again. Put this video together because I just did a random trade. I got bored one night and decided to put a gun up and see what I could get for it. And I got this nice little package. We finally got our hands on a Glock 43. Now, there have been a lot of videos on this already, but with what this came with, it kind of made me more excited about it. This is the first time that we've had this particular gun. This holster was part of the deal. This is the 3.0 Alien Gear. It also came with two other pocket holsters, which are over here. It's got a little cloth pocket holster and this weird thing. See what that's all about. The gun itself, actually, the first thing you can tell, it came with the rubber Talon grips on it. This is, about the third or fourth gun I've tried that has had these on here, and I really like these. They completely take away whatever texture was underneath. I figured you'd be able to feel, like these have the little pyramid type stippling on them. I figured you'd be able to feel it underneath of there, and you really can't. It's just kind of becomes its own grip altogether. I didn't know if I'd like the Talons at all. I don't think I would like the sandpaper ones, but these rubber ones are actually really nice. Go ahead and safety check it for you guys. And you notice we have night sights. These are the TrueGlow TFOs. This is my first experience with these, and I gotta say, I love them. I've seen a lot of videos of other people that have done reviews on these, and they talk about how much they like them. Actually taking these to the range and trying them out, they work great. These are a fiber optic with tritium inserts, and typically with other guns that I've had that have had a fiber optic front sight on them, they work great if you're outside in the daylight, but if you're in an indoor range and you don't have as bright of conditions, they don't pick up the light really well. These apparently are taking some of the glow off of the tritium insert and pulling it into the fiber optic. They actually glow and show up very well in decently lit conditions and bright lit conditions and as night sights. I really like those. I'm probably going to get those on a couple other guns. As you guys know, these do come with two 6-round magazines. One is flush fit, the other has the pinky extension on them. One thing I did notice, and I thought it kind of odd, if you look at the follower, that reminds me of a Metgar follower. That is not a typical Glock follower. Not that that means anything, but I just found it kind of interesting. Reminds me a lot of Metgar. Metgar I really like. This also came with some sort of trigger kit installed. He said it was the Ghost trigger kit, but the actual packaging that he put the OEM parts in didn't say anything on it whatsoever. And one thing that I noticed is with the reset, there's nothing. It does reset. It resets fine. But there is no audible reset whatsoever. I don't know if it's a weird combination of the springs that were used that kind of took that audible click out and the feeling of it. I will say that the return pressure on your finger as it's resetting is still there. Might even be a little bit stronger than OEM trigger. I did get this out to the range yesterday and shot it for the first time. I've shot a couple subcompact guns, a couple that are single stack, a couple that are double stack, and this one really surprised me. I was actually kind of amazed at how well this shot for being as small as it is. I remember back when these first came out, Collion Noir did a video where he said that it shoots bigger than it is. And I now know what he means by that, because this thing held its groups like my 4-inch barrel, 5-inch barrel guns at pretty much the same distances. I typically like to shoot something like this at 5 to 7 yards, and I decided to try this at 7 just to see what it was like, and it grouped very well. It really surprised me. The recoil impulse is completely manageable. I ran 115 grain ammo through it, 124 grain, both target ammo, and then I did run a couple of mags of Federal HST 124 grain plus P. That you notice the recoil difference. It's still completely manageable. Handles the recoil very well. 42 up here for a size comparison. You'll notice the 42 is noticeably thinner and a little bit shorter. Not a whole lot, but it's a little bit shorter. It is definitely thinner, and it really doesn't feel a whole lot different in size when you're holding both of them, and they actually feel bigger than they are, if that makes any sense. So all in all, I'm actually really glad that I stumbled onto this, and with all of the extra things that came with it, it turned out to be a really good deal. Oh, there's also a grip plug there that the guy didn't even mention. He didn't mention the trigger kit either when we initially set the deal up. Probably because the reset's gone. But it still works. We'll probably end up doing a video on us trying to dissect that, seeing what we can figure out. It resets fine, but you just don't hear it or feel it like you typically do with a Glock. And it's odd. When you shoot a lot of Glocks and you get really used to that, the way that it feels, and you know you have another one in your hand and you don't feel or hear the reset, it throws you off a little bit. But we've got some customization going on here. I think I'm going to go a little bit farther with it, probably do a new slide plate cover, things like that. If I do anything else to it, we will update you guys, and we're going to keep shooting it. I think I put close to 200 rounds through it yesterday, and it just ran like a Glock. So we just wanted to show that to you. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay safe, stay armed, and stay free.